framework, what we sometimes call fake server. And this is to help us test in this fairly typical real-world scenario where we've got a device out in the field, application going through its APIs to the network layer, standard request response via the internet to a back-end server. Now, it's proved quite tricky to set that up in a testing environment in a robust, reliable way. And what a lot of people found is that they were actually testing their infrastructure and their setup, not the device application. So what fake server allows us to do is to localize all of this on the device in a very robust, easy-to-test way. And this is how it works. So the left-hand side is the same, but now the request response, which as far as the network stack is concerned is still going over the internet doing its normal thing, is redirected into a fake server module that we run on the device. That in turn goes through its own APIs back to the application. Now you might think, well, what use is that? Well, what you do for your application, you create a module that will receive those requests and provide back appropriate dummy data. So these responses now go back and end up arriving at the application. It thinks they've come from the back-end server in the normal way. So it allows you to set up this scenario for testing purposes very quickly and easily. Makes testing much more reliable. So that's the fake server. The probably top request, though, was for the ability to simulate phone calls, SMS messages, and this type of thing. And this wasn't possible before because the emulators didn't have a radio stack. So what we have now is a new cellular emulator. And this provides the ability to bolt onto the device emulator you saw in that last demonstration to a real radio stack. And this actually emulates what we call the radio interface layer, or RIL. And this allows us to simulate all the